Alright. Hi everyone. Hi. So, as many of you know, my name's Maia, and this is my first year at NIPAC. And before MPX, I had never really done a program that was project-based before. And through this year, I learned many skills, and I know that's what everyone's presentation is about. They learn skills, but I really feel that I learned life skills that I use today, that I can go into the world and be more confident than I was at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of MPX, you kind of basically just are thrown into it, and for a little while you feel like you're drowning, and it's kind of scary, but then you come out on the other end so much stronger and more confident and independent than you were in the beginning. And I improved so much, I might just kind of be a superhero. So they made a book about me, and I'd like to read that to you today. So just to clarify, when I'm reading the book, a skill is a skill I learned this year. A challenge is an assignment where I felt that learning that skill was most prominent. And Sky High is, of course, MPX. Alright, it's called Tinatopia. So, Maia was an ordinary 15-year-old girl. That is aside from the fact that she was a superhero. Every young superhero knew that in order to be assigned to their own city, which they would swear to protect until retirement, they had to pass Sky High. Sky High was a camp for teenage superheroes, and to graduate, a hero had to collect 5 gold stars. To get a gold star, one had to complete the 5 challenges. The challenges were specially designed for the young superheroes to learn skills needed to be the best hero possible. On the first day of class, Maia sat down and the teacher told them of the 5 skills they would learn. First was making inferences/critical analysis. This skill would teach them to read between the lines, and when some information wasn't present, to use the information that was to figure out the missing pieces. Each and every student was excited to start the challenges as they were led to the simulator. Maia entered the simulator, and a voice came through the speakers. Build a simple hydroponic system, research how to maintain it, and then do just that, maintain it. The young superheroes looked around at each other, and every single jaw dropped. Make a what? A hydroponic system? What is that? Maia went on YouTube. She got a basic understanding of a hydroponic system, but it wasn't clearly laid out for her. By using skills learned in the past, she made inferences on how to use the tools and start building. After it was completed, the hard part, figuring out the nutrients. By using math to make sure that one put the right amount of nutrients into the water in the hydroponic system so that the plants could grow to their full potential. She quickly found out that there was less water needed than earlier anticipated. So she simply did the math to find out how many milligrams of solution went into each gallon, then subtracted the amount that the water would be lowered by. Maia then looked over and saw a beautiful gold star floating above the system. Maia, a voice said, "You've completed your first challenge." Maia grabbed the star and flew happily out of the simulator, with the knowledge that in the next challenges to come, she'd be able to look around her and use the facts given to her to know how to find the answer to the problems. After a good night's rest, the superheroes filed back to the simulator room, looking around anxiously at each other. They were wondering what skill would await them that day. What kind of challenge would it be? Once again, they went into the simulator and the voice reappeared. Today, you'll be using your iPads to make iMovies. Maia looked around and saw everyone high-fiving each other. This is going to be so easy, man. I had rarely worked with that kind of technology. And let's face it, she was nervous. She looked at the iMovie she had made in the past, where the voiceovers barely connected to what was playing on the screen, and how there was no special effects or music. This time, it would have to be different. She banged out an incredible iMovie with complete plot, music, and great graphics, all about the hydroponic system she had made. Then to top it off, an amazing film about the book Animal Farm. When she pressed the upload to YouTube button, the gold star appeared above her iPad. She grabbed it, and the voice over the speakers told her to make her way out of the simulator. She did so happily, and with a feeling of accomplishment, she just learned the skill of technology. On the third day of camp, the simulator started to feel like home. When the challenge played on the speaker to write about your personal hero and a short narrative about the Congo, Maia's eyes lit up. She loved to write. This is something I'll be good at, finally. Something easy, she thought. Something in my comfort zone. But it wasn't in Maia's comfort zone. Her fellow superheroes peer edited and drafted and revised countless times. Maya began to get overwhelmed. Why can't we just use the first one I made, thinking that it was pretty good? But the final product was edited to perfection, and once the frustration was behind her, a gold star appeared above Maya's finished papers. The anticipation was building, as it was the day before the last day. Maya soon would be assigned to her city. She would get to put her new learned skills to the test as she protected the civilians. Her heart dropped as they said the challenge today would be to read and annotate the Odyssey. Maya looked at the pages confused. The words were hard to understand, and she kept on having to reread pages over and over. The key, she thought, is to stay calm and read on, and that's just what she did, with help from the dictionary, of course. Soon, the book wasn't so daunting, and the words became familiar. The book just became a book that actually was amazing to read, and before she knew it, a gold star was above the book. Now, all that's left was one last challenge. The eager students all gathered in the simulator for one last time. Excitement was in the air. They filed in and listened intently to the final challenge, visual arts. Make infographics, the boys said. Express yourself, have pictures to represent data. Don't write a lot. For Maya, who was a writer, being told not to write a lot threw her off and forced her to do something she had never really done before. Draw. In the beginning, Maya tried hard to get by on just making infographics using pictures from the internet. However, she quickly discovered that the best infographics are hand-drawn. When she finally completed the final infographic that she had hand-drawn about dyslexia, the final gold star appeared. Maya grabbed it with enthusiasm and was instantly transported to a room with her friends and family all present. She looked down at herself. She had on a real cape and tights. And then the speech started. Maya, treated as her teacher said, you have completed the 5 skills: making inferences, technology skills, writing, adaptability, and visual arts. I am proud to present you with your city, Tenatopia. Conquer the challenge well and protect the civilians. But I'll let you in on a little secret. In the real world, Tenatopia is just 10th grade. Not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So, just to clarify a couple things, I just want to talk about each skill individually. So the first skill that I talked about in my book was making inferences and critical analysis. And that means that basically by learning how to properly analyze the information that we're given, I can make an inference on how to find the correct answer. So basically, at the beginning of the year when they talked about hydroponics, it was really scary. And when we researched, it didn't provide any hope for us. There was no just clear laid out instructions that fit the rubric and how we were supposed to do it. So we had to analyze the information that we found in order to find the correct way to build a hydroponic system. Next skill I talked about was technology. Now before MPI, I had really never been to a school that just solely relied on technology, and I was nervous and kept on having to make these iMovies. But I really feel that those iMovies helped me learn technology. At the start of 9th grade, I tried to get by on just the pictures and voiceovers, but now at the end of the year, I can do animation and music and text on it and good transitions, and I think that's really important for me because this is a school on technology, and going further, all schools will probably be like this. Next is writing, and I had always loved to write, but in the past years, I was really never given the atmosphere to really expand on my writing, and when I came to MidPac, I was confused and a little irritated on how we were always constantly editing our papers, but now at the end of the year, I really do understand that the constant editing and stuff does make you a good writer, and now I'm more confident in my writing, and I feel that since it's edited to perfection, I can show it off and know that there's no mistakes there, and I'm really proud of it. The fourth skill was adaptability, and Odyssey in the beginning of the year was a challenge for me because it's written in that language that's really old, so that was really hard. But after I adapted to the type of style that it was written in, I started to enjoy the book. And this skill was really important for me personally to learn because in the past, when I don't understand the situation or I don't feel comfortable in the situation, I would kind of freak out and not get the work done as well as it could be done because I'd be too scared or just not comfortable. And so now being able to adapt to it makes it so that I can fulfill the project to all the requirements without freaking out. Now my last skill I talked about was visual arts, and infographics taught me how to turn my words into a visual art piece. I love boxes and a lot of words, putting on a paper, and I hate drawing things, but now I know how to turn my words into data, my words into pictures and data into pictures through infographics. So basically, like infographics, you have to have everything there. You can't have writing, and I learned that, and that's very important to me. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for all listening. Thank you, Mr. Perrin, Mr. Doyle, for being here. Thank you, Ms. Calbro.
Questions for Maya? Maya, how did, well actually I know, but tell the class how you came up with your storybook idea.
I knew that our last PoLs were prezzies, and I wanted to do something different that would keep the audience entertained. I didn't want it to be boring where everyone's dozing off, so I thought this would be a way to do that.
Any questions from the judges?
Great effort.
Thanks,
Comment. I don't think it took a lot of time.
Okay, thank you, Maya.
Good job, Maya.